I seek to learn and share with you my own journey and path of learning and understanding on the level I am. The interpretation and views are my own. One of Gibran's most soul-awakening and liberating messages. On Children Transcends Parenting Advice, it's a spiritual, philosophical, and psychological revelation about ownership, identity, destiny, and the sacred flow of life. Let's break it down through the lens of a philosopher and psychologist. The Prophet, on Children by Kahlil Gibran, and a woman who held a babe against her bosom said, "Speak to us of children." And he said, "Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you but not from you. And though they are with you yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward nor tarries with yesterday. You are those from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. This passage is one of Gibran's most soul-awakening and liberating messages. On Children Transcends Parenting Advice, it's a spiritual, philosophical, and psychological revelation about ownership, identity, destiny, and the sacred flow of life. Let's break it down through the lens of a philosopher and psychologist. On Children. 1. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. Philosophical lens, Gibran begins with a radical detachment. Children do not belong to us. They are the embodiment of life's impulse to evolve and perpetuate itself. Life desires to continue, and children are its voice in a new generation. Psychological insight. Parents often project their unfulfilled dreams, fears, and expectations onto their children. Gibran counters this by affirming the child as an independent soul, not a vessel for parental legacy, but a living expression of something greater. 2. They come through you but not from you. This is perhaps Gibran's most potent phrase. It breaks the illusion of creation as ownership. Philosophically, this mirrors Eastern teachings, for example, Taoism, Vedanta, that say life flows through us as a medium, not as a possession. Psychologically, this encourages parental humility. Children are not replicas, they have their own blueprint, their own karmic path, their own destiny. To try and shape them entirely in our image is a subtle form of control, not love. 3. You may give them your love but not your thoughts. For their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. Philosophers' view, we are anchored in the now, but children carry the seeds of tomorrow. We cannot map their path with the wisdom of yesterday. Psychologically, this encourages emotional guidance over ideological control. It's the difference between being a nurturer and being an indoctrinator. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. This reverses the traditional dynamic. Children are often closer to authenticity, their laughter, honesty, curiosity. Adults may learn more by emulating children's presence than forcing them to emulate adult patterns corrupted by ego or fear. 4. You are the bows from which your children as living arrows are sent forth. This metaphor is both beautiful and bittersweet. The parent is the launching mechanism, but not the destination. Philosophically, it reflects the law of impermanence. We must release what we nurture, trusting life's trajectory. Psychologically, it speaks to healthy detachment. The bow guides but does not follow. The child must live their own journey. 5. The divine archer. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite. Spiritual metaphor, God, or life, is the true source. The bow, parent, and the arrow, child, are both in service to a divine aim beyond our full understanding. Letting oneself be bent with joy by the archer is about surrendering to life's unfolding. This bending, the pain of parenting, letting go, guiding without control, is an act of sacred service. 6. Let your bending be for gladness. The bending can feel like sacrifice, but Gibran urges us to bend with gratitude. Philosophically, this is an invitation to be joyfully used by life. Psychologically, this transforms duty into purpose. The parent is not diminished by the release, but made meaningful by it. Summary: Gibran's vision of parenthood element, meaning children as souls, they belong to life, not to us. Love versus possession. Offer love, not control. Generational wisdom. Don't impose the past, nurture the future. Autonomy. Children must be free to think, dream, and grow beyond their parents. Parent as bow, launch the child. Don't cling. God as archer, trust the divine plan behind their life path. Glad surrender, let go joyfully, and know your role was sacred. Final reflection: Gibran's on children is a liberation of the soul, for the child, and for the parent. It redefines love as a form of release, not restriction. It urges us to love fully, guide gently, and let go courageously. This teaching transcends parenting. It also speaks to mentorship, leadership, and even self-growth. Parts of ourselves must be released to grow. And all love, when truly sacred, leads to freedom. Thank you for sharing in my journey.